Right now in Sweden, we are in a formative phase where we are actually deciding upon the organization of doctoral studies and the implementation of it as well. I have previously worked at Stockholm University, where we had theoretical studies, and I wrote my PhD on performance art, and we had quite a frequent production of PhDs published at that department. Then I worked for a while in England, and there I met quite a different reality where PhDs could consist of a practical component as well as theoretical component. So we had students that engaged in 50-50 in practical studies along with theoretical studies, and that meant that doctoral studies comprised a portfolio in the end, where audiovisual material like this one could constitute one part of a doctoral thesis along with a written thesis. And then I came back to Sweden, got employed at the Academy of Dramatic Arts in Stockholm. And we are now, as I mentioned, in a formative phase of deciding upon the format of doctoral studies. And we are leaning towards a mixed PhD portfolio as well, where people in the future will probably be able to come in and write part of it, conduct workshops, arrange projects of a practical sort, and film it and back it up with interview material and so forth, just like Maria does, that I actually refer to in my presentation. So far we have very few doctoral students, but there will be many more. And now when we have to adhere to the Bologna model, I think we'll benefit from getting a firmer grasp of what actually constitutes research. And as I mentioned in a commentary after the discussion we had just a minute ago, I think our advantage with a mixed PhD format is that we can offer a broadened sense of what constitutes knowledge and science. That has been determined traditionally by armchair philosophers, if you want, that decide through language what constitutes knowledge. But more and more in theater studies, in philosophy, in anthropology, and many other special branches of the humanities and the social sciences, applied components have become increasingly important. On the other hand, the educations in the academy with vocational training of actors, for example, they have passed through their educations without much critical feedback, really, on what they do. So I think we're in a situation in Stockholm right now where we have a great opportunity to mix theoretical premises of what can constitute critical knowledge of not only theater per se, but also the interdisciplinary possibilities of legitimizing theater as an art form, but also as a social event and cultural event, along with quite unique practical advancements in the art of theater.